My name is Narda Beauchamp, and this is my husband, Brian. And we have a blended family of 5 children.
The oldest child and my oldest daughter is lesbian. And she came out to us probably a year after high school, if I remember right. But I knew that Kate had issues with sexuality. Some of the males she dated, she made a real, Herculean attempt to be heterosexual. But I knew from the time she was quite young that she was questioning a lot of those issues. And so when she finally went to college and met the person who's become her partner, and now they have children, it was a joyous occasion in many ways. I was real happy that she finally was able to be comfortable with her sexuality. I hadn't taken them to church much before I met my wife in '91. I was raised Catholic, as was my ex-wife, but neither of us felt very strong ties to the church, the Catholic Church. Narda and I got together. We started to attend a Catholic church here in Portage. We just wanted to expose them in many ways.
My message to them was always, you don't have to take every word from the church as the gospel. It needs to resonate with you, and I just feel that as a parent, it's part of our responsibility. We send you to school for education, and I'd like you to accompany us to church for that part of your education as well. After the ordinance Prop 2 in what year?
2004.
2004. When that passed, we were very disturbed to learn that the Catholic Diocese had given a total of $700,000 from the state of Michigan of discretionary funds to help pass Proposal 2. That Christmas, the children were home and they were all either in college or had recently graduated, and who wants to go to Christmas Eve Mass? Well, and that's when the discussion really started. Mom, how can you support a church that thinks that 2 of your children are sinners, they're going to hell, and on and on and on? I've been involved in the church since I was very, very young, and this was really hard. I felt like I had to choose between the church and my children. I try to separate the things, then the teachings of Christ from the church, the church that opposes our children, so that I can stay connected to my faith. But it's difficult, so we continue to struggle.
We continue to butt heads on this issue in some ways. Well, another issue that has come up in the last year and a half or so is one of our children has become more religious in a traditional way and is quite vocal about his belief that homosexuality is wrong. And we are trying to find the middle ground at this time with him and his siblings.
It hurts me.
Well, we're as accepting of him as we are of everybody else. So, I mean, your children are your children. Love them as they are. That's just the way it works. I think sometimes we think that our children aren't going to be accepted, or we're not going to be accepted if we're different by our families, and we don't make the effort to reach out. The timing has to be good. I mean, telling people was important. We had to get permission from our daughters, who to tell, when to tell. We let them do it if they wanted to, and they gave us permission to tell people sometimes too. But sometimes we don't tell people, and it's foolish, because they're unsuspecting sources of support when things happen in our lives, and we won't know that if we don't reach out.
People need to be treated equally, no matter what.
Respectfully.
Absolutely.
Treated with respect.
That's right.
Can't go wrong that way.
No.